Hi, guys. Our today's guest is an actress, an entrepreneur, a singer, and a former model. She has featured in series like Blue Blood, Unforgettable, Good Girls, and best known for her role as Flaca in the Netflix original series Orange is the New Black. Please welcome Jackie Cruz.
Hi, Jackie.
Oh, hi. Oh, you look so pretty. I'm literally just wearing no makeup.
Oh, I literally just put on like lipstick and a little concealer. That's it. I have no other makeup on.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. You look so gorgeous.
I put coconut oil on my face every day. I think being Indian, you learn all that. I think all like home stuff, home remedies.
Wait, you put coconut oil on your face?
Yeah, when I sleep at night because I have super dry skin. But that way, like I've never had an eye cream. Like I'm 38 and like no wrinkles, like nothing. I'm gonna be 40.
All right, I'm gonna try that. You can't you don't get like pimples from.
No, because I have really dry skin. I've never broken out.
That's great. I'm gonna try that.
But if you have oily skin, if you break out, then obviously not.
I don't have oily skin. Right now I just don't put anything on my skin.
But you have such an amazing glowing tan. Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
Thank you. Well, it's the sun, because the sun is what is making me feel alive right now. And so I just have my face natural all the time now. I'm like,
I mean, you don't need anything. You're so pretty. You look so hot.
thank you.
And I love your dog in the background. I know you're crazy. I follow you on Instagram, and I know you love your dog. So do I. I have a Chihuahua who like is my child. Let me bring him on.
I have 4 dogs.
I have 3. I mean, if you count my son, then 4.
Let's count your son.
I mean, he's 12-year-old.
Yeah, 12 years old. You had him pretty young, huh?
I was 25. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty young. Nowadays, girls are waiting a little later, like myself, and it's kind of time for me, though. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the mommy vibes.
Mm-hmm. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Exactly how old?
33.
Okay, so honestly, after 30 is a good age. That's when you actually know who you are. If I had to like turn back time, I would probably do that. I mean, not that I've been married 16 years and I'm happily married, but it's just, I feel like I grew up along with him.
Right. Yeah, and my mom too. She had me as a teenager, so she instilled not having children at a young age. Very, very young for me. Like, she would make me watch videos of women giving birth so she could see the pain that women go through. I was 7.
Oh my God.
Like,
are you still not traumatized by that?
I'm still traumatized. And then she would show me like she's a doctor, so she would show me books on diseases that you could have if you have sex. Like,
Oh.
again, 7 years old. I'm 7.
Maybe that's what works. She traumatized you to the point where you're like, I don't want to do this.
Literally, like, I don't even know. Like, now I'm getting old. I'm like, all right. I mean, I don't consider it old, but it's a good time. You know what? I'm happy that my mom instilled that in me, because I feel ready now. Instead, before, I was still a kid. Like, if I was 25 years old, like you said, I'm still a kid. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the woman I am today. And but like, you had help, like my mother, she was a single mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why she was just pushing me to like wait as long as I could, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now she's like, all right, now's a good time.
She's like, get me those grandchildren. Like, she can't wait.
Yeah. It's funny how it goes from like, that's evil to like, when are you gonna have a baby?
Keep those babies popping.
Yeah, exactly.
Jackie, so tell me about your journey from a model to a singer, and as your most popular character, Flaca, in Orange is the New Black. What led to that? Tell our fans a bit.
A model is not really, it's kind of pushing it. But like, I did K-Swiss like commercials and magazines and like silly little things like that. But it was a very, very hard experience for me, because I moved to LA when I was
Mm-hmm.
15 years old, and from the Dominican Republic, not knowing anybody, like during high school when everybody already has their little cliques together. And then I would always have to fit in because I moved around a lot, you know. I was like a gypsy. And because like I told you, my mom was very young when she had me. So like I was raised by a lot of people, which are her sisters, her siblings, and also my godparents who are Italian, and they live in upstate New York, and I have like a whole like different family over there. And it was almost like I felt, you know, I was adopted in a way, and me being Dominican was something that I didn't want to be, because I saw TV and I never saw someone that looked like me. I saw, you know, even my white family, because they're, you know, they're not blood related, but you know, I wanted to be more like them, you know? So it was always me like trying to fit into something that I wasn't. And I feel like that's why, you know, I feel like God didn't give me what I have now at that young age, because I was very influenced by
Yeah.
people, and the wrong people.
And you weren't comfortable in your own skin. Like you're a proud Dominican, you know, American now.
That is now. Yeah. Back then I changed my name so many times. I was
Wow.
Jacqueline Rose, Jackie DeSantis, like Jackie Testa, like all these Italian last names, because I didn't feel like people even knew what a Dominican was, especially at that time. Cause even being Dominican in LA is unique. You know, now we're starting to get like a little family together, but before people didn't understand, you know, it's in the Caribbean, you know, we share an island with Haiti, you know, people didn't know our history. So, but now as I get older, and I was blessed, you know, with the job of Orange is the New Black. After quitting acting for 6 years, I focused on music really, and it brought me to New York, and it gave me the opportunity to try acting again. And it was different this time because I felt good. I felt good about being me, about being Latina, about being, because I just felt more accepted in New York. And then you know, I did my 2 lines after 6 years of giving up acting, and you know, the rest is history. You know, those 2 lines changed my life. You know what I mean? And I was waitressing for the first 3 years of Orange is the New Black. And then season 4, they made me series regular, and I quit.
First of all, can you say those 3 lines?
Yeah. Oh, those 2 lines? Yeah. What the fuck is this? You can't put this sticky ice cream shit in here. In here.
And why did you decide to quit? If it's okay to ask.
Yeah. Why did I decide? Because I wasn't getting any roles because of the way I looked, because I didn't look like the typical stereotypical Latin woman that you're used to seeing in Hollywood, because Mexico is so close. You know, there are a lot of Mexicans here, so they feel like that's the only Latino in the world. And when, you know, people talk about Latinos, they really just talk about Mexican. I'm talking about, you know, the president of the United States.
Yeah.
So it's like we're all different. We all have different dialects. We all have different cultures, and, you know, but we still connect through the language, you know, but it was also a language that was forced on us. And I don't know, we have a lot of history, and a lot of people don't know about us and our history. And I feel like that's what I'm here for. I'm here to represent my culture, and not just bring up myself, but bring up my people. And my life was almost taken from me when I was a teenager. You know, I had a terrible car accident. Yeah. I had brain surgery. Like, I don't know, you could still see the scar right here. You see?
Wow.
Yeah, I hide it. Yeah. I try to hide it, you know, but like, I'm not anymore. Like, I have to tell my story, because people are always like, I'm going through this. I'm going through this. I can't pay my rent. I got fired. I got this. I was homeless at one point, and living out of a car, having the time of my life, of course, because I was a teenager and it didn't mean anything at the time. But it was really hard. It was really hard that I didn't get everything I wanted as a teenager, I had to work for it. So I had 2 jobs as like coat check girl, and then I was a cashier at Baja Fresh, which was like a McDonald's, like for Mexican food.
Oh, they
You
have
know,
that in Dubai. I like the
you do?
burritos. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so yeah, I would like be the cashier, and honestly, like I was happy. I was happy because I was around people that like I saw on TV, you know, just like they would come in and I would be like, holy crap, he's on Disney, she's on Disney, she's on this and she's on that. And but I would never get any roles on Disney, and I knew why, because I'm very real, and when I act is very, please, thank you. When I act, I'm very like just, I don't know, real. I feel like Disney was over the top, and maybe it wasn't for me at the time. But every role that I got, I didn't give up. I tried again because, you know, this little girl, Melly, in the rehabilitation center called me beautiful when she was 10 years old, and she's in a wheelchair, and she wanted to be like me. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? I want to die because I don't have hair, because my face is crooked, because whatever, but I can walk, I can talk, I can still do it, you know? And my mom pushed me to believe that my dream, it's not just for me anymore, that I had to make it because I had a purpose. And I was born for this, but I wasn't born ready. I had to take a long time to get ready. And in my 30s, now I'm ready. And I know what I want to say. I know who I am. And I'm proud of who I am and the color of my skin and my natural hair right
Well,
now.
you
Like,
look
I feel like
amazing.
thank you. I mean, people are calling me like an old aunt of theirs because of my hair. But to be honest with you, like, when I moved here, I straightened my hair. I wanted to look like what they wanted me to look like, you know? And I still straightened my hair on orange. Like, literally, I was a Mexican on orange for 7 years, which was really funny. And then now I'm embracing my culture a little bit more, and I do have African features, like the big lips and the bigger nose, and like, you know, my hair was curly when I was little, and I didn't accept it because in my country there's a lot of racism still going on, and the lighter you are, the better you are, which is ridiculous, living in this country and feeling like accepted for who I was and being unique and people liking that about me. That's what kind of made me understand that being myself was okay. And the moment I was myself, that's when I got Orange is the New Black. That's
Wow.
the truth.
You know, I was going to tell you that the way I look at it is that when you love yourself is when everyone else loves you, because people only see a reflection of who you see yourself as. The minute you were comfortable and you accepted yourself, everyone came along.
Exactly. And if I could just give any advice to anybody who's trying to make it in this industry, you know, just don't give up. Like, literally, I moved here when I was 15. I got my big break at like 27, really, 25,
Wow.
26.
You were really
like,
patient and it paid off.
yeah, you have to be like I don't care if I'm 80 years old, I will win my Oscar. Like, if I have to create my own movie or something, I'm doing it right now. Like, instead of sitting down and complaining about Hollywood not accepting who I am.
So the Melly you mentioned is the inspiration behind your song Melly 16.
Yeah, so she was 10 years old in the rehabilitation center, and she was told, I just found this out recently because she opened up to me. She said, the doctor came to me and said, there's a little girl coming in, 16, whatever, coming into rehabilitation. She doesn't want to live anymore. Melly, can you talk to her? She was 10 in a wheelchair, and I'm the little girl who didn't want to live anymore. And she just rolled up in my room and said, you had brain surgery too, huh? Because we both had shaved heads. And I said, yeah. And she said, I think you're so pretty. And I don't know, and no, it doesn't mean a lot to people, but that I changed my life, and that's all I could remember. And we're best friends. Like, she's amazing, and I actually created a TV show about our friendship, and that's what hopefully is going to be happening when this whole pandemic goes down.
Well, you know what? That's what I feel like, such inspiring stories, and because of the pandemic, it's such a challenging time. We all are just sitting home, and you know, so there's so much uncertainty. So so nice for you to give positive messages to everyone out there.
Thank you. And also I'm doing like my own little live thing on my Instagram like everyone, but my thing is like, how can I feel inspired right now through my music? Because we're like all locked up at home, you know? How
Yeah.
can we inspire each other, inspire our community? And I felt it was like my turn to support my supporters who support me on Instagram. So I started my own live, and like I like search for untapped talent, and like I literally had people from Saudi Arabia sing to me,
Wow.
from Sweden, from Barcelona, from Germany, from Belgium, like, and there's some really beautiful talent, and I bring an industry insider every week, and like they talk about how they made it, and everybody has a different story. Everybody has their own story, and I just want people to understand that maybe right now is a really difficult time, but it's preparing you for something that God has planned for you in the future. And I'm a witness to that, and that's why I share my testimony, because that's the truth. You know,
Yeah.
like I if I knew that God was going to give me like a lemon tree, I wouldn't have cried so hard, and I wouldn't have like been so hard on myself, because I was really worried a lot. When am I going to get the next job?
Don't you think that you needed to go through that to reach where you are today and to become the person you are today?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I want people to understand that I do motivational speeches because I had so much problems growing up. Like, even when I focused on music, someone stole my money, which was my mom's money that she got from the bank. And then now I'm homeless. I have nowhere to live. And now I have to lie to my mom about this guy who wanted to produce my music, who really just wanted to take my money and run off. And it was 10 grand. And that's a lot of money for someone
That's
who
a
has
lot of
nothing.
money. Yeah. For
I had
anyone.
nothing. My mother had nothing, and she took out a loan for my music for me. And this guy took it from me. And I had to waitress 2 jobs in Miami. I worked at night and I worked in the day pool. And then I worked at night in a club. And that's really, and now I'm friends with all these owners from the club who play my music in their club, which is freaking amazing. God has a plan for you. You have to understand that it shaped me for who I am today. And it made me believe in myself even more, because I was like, I don't know, I have to do this, because I don't want to say I wasted my whole life on my dream, but I kind of like, it's not a waste. It was determination, and it was building myself. And when people said I couldn't act, I couldn't sing, hey, you know what? Maybe at the time I wasn't the best, but baby, I'm my own best right now. And I'm working on my best right now, you know?
And I love the fact that you are so open about sharing your story, because what the little young girls nowadays who aspire to be stars or celebrities see like influencers and all like the perfect pictures, but you need to let them know that the struggle is real, and they're not the only ones facing that. You went through that too. It wasn't a joyride.
Exactly. So it kind of makes me mad when like people who are going through it right now look at me and my life that like I've worked so hard for, and kind of like make me feel bad for it. You know what I mean? Like, why should I feel bad for having something that I worked my entire life? Like, that's crazy. Like, I have the home that I always dreamed of in my 30s. Like, and I was in apartments, like struggling in little like Brooklyn, like prison looking apartments for a minute. And then and this is now that I'm like enjoying what like saving money from waitressing in Orange, that I got to like have the home that I dreamed of. And like, why should you make me feel bad for that when like you should be inspired by that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You earned it, girl. You shouldn't be like guilty of showing it off. Can you tell me 2 things about you that your fans don't know? Something fun, like a fun fact.
I played the saxophone for 10 years.
Wow.
That I'm trying to tell people now, because I want to bring it back. I have my broken saxophone that was 30 years old when my mom got it vintage for me. So now it's a 60-year-old like saxophone. And I want to play it. And and my real last name isn't Cruz, it's Chavez. And the album is called Hija de Chavez, which means daughter of Chavez. I never really grew up with my dad, and no matter how much I try to change that, I'm still his daughter. So even if I change my name, I'm still his daughter. So
Yeah.
that's why I changed. That's why, it was me fitting into the mold. But, I was really inspired by Celia Cruz. And it's in the family, Dela Cruz, and it goes really well, Jackie Cruz. But I told you, I've been just everything. And that one just stuck.
And this resonates well with you, Jackie Cruz. You love it.
Yeah,
You identify.
because I created Jackie Cruz. That's me. That's who I always dreamed to be, and that's who I am. And it was, thanks to my mom and my tias pushing me, but it wasn't even them who gave me the name. It was me. I got to choose that.
Wow. Jackie, I want to ask you before we sign off, is there any charity that is close to your heart? We are people's hearts are warm, the sentiments are flowing. So I would like to use this medium, to donate to your favorite charity, and would request people to do that.
AmeriCares. I've been working with a few charities, Food for America and AmeriCares. And AmeriCares went to the Dominican Republic, and they provide medicine, and they built a hospital for the Dominican people, and free healthcare, and it's just beautiful. I got to see it firsthand, and they're like changing the world with. And then the Dominican Republic is just one place that they bring medicine, and the right medicine that give people what they need. So yeah, definitely AmeriCares and Food for America right now I'm working with, because there's a lot of people that can't eat at this moment. So we're trying to feed America, feed the world. You know what I mean? So those are my two charities.
Well, I'm definitely going to get in touch with your team after we sign off to get the details. And I'm going to request our fans to please be open-hearted and donate as much as we can.
I appreciate that.
Would you sing one line of Melly 16 for us?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I love the beginning. Let's see. Because it's telling the story of me, and then kind of like me being lost in the world and finally finding myself through someone else's eyes. You know what I mean? So let's see. Not made of honey, never been little, sweet 16. She had big dreams. She saw big things she'll never see. Ooh, whoa, ooh, whoa. I didn't love me, never be little, sweet 16. Stuck in between me and my dreams, felt incomplete. Ooh, whoa, ooh, whoa. Stripped away from my own beauty, thought everyone could see through me. Didn't wanna get used to the new me. Flashbacks take me back like a movie. Now the doors are open now, even through the ups and downs. Navigate, I'm still en route. Got lost and then I found. Now the doors are open now, even through the ups and downs. Navigate, I'm still en route. Got lost and then I found me.
Oh my God, I'm like tearing up. That was amazing.
Thank you. I'm just sitting here, drinking my lemon tree. Sometimes I cry when I sing, so sometimes I cry because like the words really mean a lot to me.
I was 21 when I got married, and 6 months after I got married, I was diagnosed with lupus, and then my first son died. So all of this happened before I even turned 22. So I relate to it. I've been through so much as well, and it's just everyone has their own journey. But I love you, and I think your energy is so good. You're so inspiring, and I'm sure everyone loves seeing the real raw Jackie.
Thank you. You know what's so funny are those flowers behind you?
Yes.
It looks like you're wearing a flower crown this whole time. I just
Because
noticed.
it's a crown.
I was gonna say, I love your flower crown.
No. Is that a bad angle? Shit, I didn't even realize.
It's a great angle because it looks like you have flowers on top of your head, which I usually have flowers on my head. So that's why I was gonna say, I love your flower crown.
Oh no, I think it was just God's plan and God created on its own when you looked at me.
Yeah, see? You see? I'm seeing you. I see you. Hey. I want to thank our friend for hooking us up.
Of course.
He's
Oh my
so
God, he's so nice. I love him. He's like my baby
Um,
brother.
how did you meet him?
Because Bella is a real close friend of mine. So that's how I
Okay.
met to Bella. Yeah.
Oh,
I come
sweet,
to LA
sweet,
twice a
sweet.
year, so I was meant to be there all of summer, but I don't know, obviously now with the current situation.
Yeah.
But
Well, definitely let him know when you come so I can meet you in person when
I
the time is
can't
right.
wait to honestly hang out with you. Like I have so many stories, and I can just see us hanging out for sure.
I would love to. And I opened my own production company and I have like investors called Unspoken Film. So if you have stories that you want to talk to me about, I'm all ears.
Perfect. So I'm gonna take a number from Mickey, and we're getting in touch after this.
Okay. I love you. I'm gonna call him Mikey. I love you, and I love you too. Thank you so much for like this opportunity to open up to a new world. I love talking to people from all over the world.
You got to, this way you get to talk to people in Middle East, in India, and everywhere. It's a whole new platform. And
Yeah, my best friend is from Karachi, Pakistan.
oh wow, my best friend's from Pakistan too, but Islamabad.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, and I just got to meet Tan France, who's also from Pakistan. So I love Bollywood movies. Maybe one day you could hook me up with a Bollywood
for sure.
movie.
Yes. We're gonna have people call you
Because
after.
dancing, singing, and like acting is like sounds like the perfect cup of tea.
Yeah, and you have that sass, so you're perfect for
Thank
Bollywood.
you. Awesome. Let's do it. Well,
Let's
much
do it.
love to you, baby.
Thank
And
you.
I can't wait to meet you.
Same here. Bye. Big kiss.
Bye.